Good day to all of you students. Now we will take up an example to understand how to draw the graphs of position versus time, velocity versus time and acceleration versus time for a given problem. Now see children, when problem is given to you that position of a body of a particle with respect to time is given by this equation for time between 0 to 10 seconds. Then from 10 to 18 seconds your velocity becomes constant, that means acceleration is 0. Velocity is constant and the body will still move, position will still keep on changing, it will not become stagnant. And from 18 to 20 seconds, in the last 2 seconds, acceleration becomes constant. So here acceleration was 0 because velocity is constant, and then acceleration becomes constant from 18 to 20 seconds in the last 2 seconds. So we want to plot the graph of position, velocity and acceleration with respect to time. First of all, we plot the graph of acceleration, then velocity and then position. See children, for time 0 to 10 seconds, I take case A, 0 less than equal to t less than equal to 10 seconds. What is the position given by formula? 8t cube upon 100. So we know that v is equal to dx upon dt. So this will be 24t square upon 100. Okay, t cube means 3t square, 3, 24t square. This is the formula for velocity for this much time interval. And what is acceleration? We know that is dv upon dt. So this will become 48t upon 100. So for time 0 to 10, the formula for acceleration is this much. Okay, then when velocity becomes constant, acceleration will be 0. So naturally, from 10 to 18, my acceleration will be 0. I come to know that. And then from 18 to 20, my acceleration will be constant. So I need to know what is my acceleration. For C, time 18 less than equal to t less than equal to 20. Because acceleration is constant, I can use the equation v equal to vo plus at. So I should know initial velocity at 18 seconds. Then I can put up over here. I should know the final velocity at 20 seconds. Time interval I know it is 2 seconds. If I know v and vo, then only I can find out t. And one more thing is given to us, that when this is constant, velocity at 20 seconds is 0. That is given to us. That also is given. Final velocity at 20th second is 0. That is given to us. So v I know is 0. Final velocity at 20th second. I should know what is the velocity at 18 second. Then I put v and vo. Time interval I know it is 2 seconds. I put up over here and I get the value of a for 18 to 20 seconds. So now I should know velocity at 18 seconds. So therefore I again begin my question. See, my formula for velocity, again I come back to this time A part, when 0 less than equal to t less than equal to 10, formula for velocity is 24t square upon 100. Okay, this is the formula for velocity from 0 to 10. So what will be the velocity at 10th second? That will be 24 into 10 square upon 100, and velocity at 10 second will be 24 meter per second. So this is the velocity at 10 seconds. Then it was said from 10 to 18, after that, see this was 0 to 10. Then from 10 to 18, your velocity was constant. That means velocity at 18 seconds was also 24 meter per second because it was constant between 10 and 18. So this way I come to know at 18 seconds what is my velocity, Vo. Now this I use over here. So V equal to Vo plus At. Final velocity is 0. Initial is 24. Acceleration I don't know 2. So A will become minus 12 meter per second square. So this is the acceleration for 18 to 20th second. This way I come to know. So I come to know what is my acceleration in the last process. A is equal to how much? I will come to know minus 12. In this, A is this much, and over here A is 48t upon 100 from 0 to 10. So now if I want to draw the graph of acceleration versus time, I write like this. See, from 0 to 10, then 10 to 18 and 18 to 20. These are three critical points. So acceleration between 0 to 10. At 0 it will be 0, and at 10 time it will become 480 upon 100. So 480 upon 100 will be 4.8. So this will be 4.8. And A and T have got linear relation. Power of A is also 1, power of T is also 1. So the graph will be linear. So 10 and 4.8, the graph goes like this. This is acceleration and this is time. So between 0 to 10, A is 4080 upon 100, it goes like this. At 10 second, 480 upon 100, so 4.8. At 0 time, 48 into 0, 0. And the graph will be a straight line because T raised to 1 and A raised to 1, linear equation, the graph goes like this. Between 10 and 18, acceleration is 0. So suddenly acceleration becomes 0. So this is the graph. So value of acceleration is changing abruptly. Suddenly from 4.8 it becomes 0. Because acceleration is caused by force. So maybe earlier force was acting and now suddenly the engine is switched off. So force suddenly becomes 0. The acceleration suddenly becomes 0. So there can be abrupt change in the acceleration. Suddenly acceleration can jump from one value to another value. Till the time force is acting, there will be acceleration. Immediately if you cut off the engine, the force will become 0 on the machine and so acceleration will be 0. So acceleration suddenly drops to 0 between this time. And then for 18 to 20 seconds, acceleration is minus 12. So if this is supposing minus 12 and constant c, so 18 to 20, this is 12, so it will remain like this. So this is the graph of, we draw like this. Okay. These dots show that there is an abrupt change. Don't draw full line, dotted lines to show there is abrupt change. So this is the graph. This is the graph for 10 to 18 and this is the graph for 18 to 20. That is what we are saying. So one thing is 0 less than equal to t less than equal to 10, then 10 less than equal to t less than equal to 18, and I write it over here. From 0 to 10, I think like this. From 10 to 18 and from 18 to 20. Formula of acceleration is 48t upon 100. Here it is 0. Here it is minus 12. Right? Okay. So this is about acceleration versus time. Please pause and copy, children. Then we talk about velocity. Okay, children, after discussing about acceleration, we discuss about velocity. See, for the time 0 to 10 seconds, my velocity formula will be like this is 8t cube upon 100, the formula for position. So velocity at any time will be dx by dt, that will be 24t square upon 100. This will be formula for velocity for t belonging to 0 to 10 seconds. So that will be a parabolic relation between v and t, that is okay. I know that velocity at 0 time will be 0 and velocity at 10 time will be 10 square upon 100. This will be 24 meter per second. So these are the values of velocity that I get. At 0 time, velocity, at 0 time it will be 0 and then it will be 24, like this I draw. Again over here it should be 24 only because velocity cannot change abruptly. So at 10th second if it is 24, then at 10th second again it should be 24 only. It cannot change abruptly. That is what I am telling you. So for the next stage, I know that velocity is constant. That means for the B part, this was for 0 less than equal to t less than equal to 10. If t belongs to 10 to 18, my velocity is constant. At 10 second velocity is 24. So velocity at 10th will be 24, of course, meter per second, and velocity at 18th second also will be 24 meter per second, like this I will get. And what is the situation for t belonging to 18 to 20, it is said that final velocity becomes 0. V is equal to V0 plus 80. In this much time, we know acceleration is minus 12. We already found out acceleration is minus 12. So final velocity V at any time will be VO. VO means velocity at 20th second. Sorry, 18 second at the start. At 18 is 24. So 24 plus minus 12t. So velocity will be 24 minus 12t. This will be the formula for velocity for t belonging to 18 to 20. So V is 24 minus 20, children, and now if you put t as 2 seconds, because t means time interval, please remember. T does not mean instantaneous time, it is a time interval. In this much time interval is 2 seconds. If you put t as 2, 24 minus 24, it will become 0, and final velocity is 0, it is told to me at 20th second. So at 10 second is 24, 18 second also it is 24. So at 18 second it is again 24, and finally it becomes 0. We think like this. So what will be the graph of velocity versus time? Let us plot. Time and velocity. This is up to 10, this is up to 18, this is up to 20. From 0 to 10, relation is parabolic because v raised to 1 and t raised to 2. And velocity starts from 0 to 24. So from 0 to 24, we can think like this. At 10 second velocity is 24. And the graph will be parabolic. So t square means it will go like this. Now children, please remember, curved graph can go like this also, quadratic curve, or it can go like this also. But I know that v is 24 t square. Coefficient of t square is positive. So graph will be upward opening parabola. So graph has to go like this, not like this. So curvature has to be like this, not like this. It has to be an upward opening parabola because the coefficient of t square is positive. And whenever the coefficient of x square is positive, your graph is upward opening, not downward opening. If you draw like this, then it becomes a downward opening, see. So that will be wrong. So the graph should be upward opening, and therefore the graph should go like this for velocity versus time. For 10 to 18, your velocity remains 24. So 10 to 18 it will be 24. The graph goes like this for velocity. And then it is a linear relation. V raised to 1, t raised to 1. And final velocity is 0. So linear relation joining this point with this point like this. And you can see the slope is negative. Here also slope minus 12. Y equal to mx plus c. Mx plus c. This is constant 24. So y equal to mx plus c. M minus 12 negative. The slope is negative for the straight line. So this is the graph of velocity versus time children for this question. Please pause and copy. Now finally we have to talk about position children. So for the time interval from 0 to 10, the graph of position versus time is 80 cube upon 100. So this is the graph of position versus time for 0 to 10. So please understand, if I will draw the graph, okay, I'll come to the graph later on. First let me get the values. For 0 time, the position will be 0, and for 10 time, 10 cube upon 100, so 10 it will become 80 meter. Okay, so 8 into 1000 upon 100, 8000 upon 100, it will be 80 meter. So at 0 time, position is 0, and at 10 time it is 80. So at this time also it should be 80 because position and velocity, they cannot change abruptly, they will continue. So here 80 and here also 80. Now for next 10 to 18 you have to think. For t belonging to 10 to 18. See, our velocity is constant in this much time. If velocity is constant, we know that position is given by C. Position is given by XO plus DOT plus half AT square. This is the general formula. Now in this much time, our acceleration is 0. So I put x as 0. So x will become x0 plus VOT plus 0. So position becomes x0 plus VOT. So at 10 second, I am beginning from 10 to 18. So wherever is the body as 10 second, that is my initial position. So initial position is 80. So x will become 80 plus VO into t. And what is the velocity in this much time? 10 to 18. See, velocity is 24 from 10 to 18. Velocity is 24. So therefore, position becomes 80 plus 24t. Now you have to understand, for 10th second, t will be 0, time interval, because t means time interval. So this is for 10 seconds, just starting, time will be 0, and for here time will be 8, please remember, from 10 to 18. Understand the meaning of t. T is a time interval. So x10, position at 10, I will take time as 0. So this will become 80 plus 24 into 0. That will be 80 meter. And x at 18, 80 plus 24 into 8, please understand, not 18, because time interval was 8 seconds. So this will become 80 plus 192, that will be 272 meter. I think 24 4s are 96 and double 192, so 272 meter. This is the position at 18 seconds. So 80 and 272. Here it is 272. This is the position of body at 18 seconds. Then for the C part, for t belonging to 18 to 20, again position is at 0 plus VOT plus half AT square. So x is equal to initial position at 18 seconds, that is 272, because I am beginning from here, this time interval. Velocity at 18 seconds, VO means we are starting from here. So velocity at 18 seconds, how much is that? 24. And what is the acceleration in this range? Acceleration is minus 12. So half into minus 12 t square. So x becomes 272 plus 24 minus 60 square. This is the formula for position for this time interval. At x18, t will be 0, and for this t will be 2. Please understand. So x at 18 will be 272 plus 24 into 0 minus 6 into 0 square, that will be 272. And x at 20, that will be 272 plus 24 into 2 minus 6 into 2 square. So this will be, see, this will come out to be 272 plus 48 minus 24, 296 meter. So here it is 272 and here it is 296. Then we get the positions. Now we draw the graph, children. Please see. This is time and this is position. So this is 10, this is 18 and this is 20. Now see, children, between 0 to 10, what is the relation? Cube relation is there, and the values go from 0 to 80. So from 0 to 80, supposing here, at 10 the position is 80, I want to join these 2 points. At 0 position was 0, and at 10 seconds position is 80, I want to join these 2 points. And what is the relation? Cubic relation. So cubic relation, I go like this. And you know, children, this is the graph of position versus time. I told you it is like a smiling curve. Is the acceleration positive in this much region? Acceleration is 48 t upon 100. T will go from 0 to 10. Acceleration will remain positive. I told you if acceleration is positive for x versus t, it should be a smiling curve. Otherwise, I would have drawn like this. Frowning curve. Frowning curve. You have to be very careful. This is a smiling curve if I complete. Why smiling curve? Because acceleration is positive in this much range. Whatever time you put up, acceleration will be always positive. Therefore, smiling curve has to come. Cubic curve. Okay. From 10 to 18, x and t, they are having a straight line relationship. Straight line, x raised to 1 and t raised to 1. I have to join till where? At 18 it is 272. So supposing this is 272. Okay, at 18 it is 272. I join like this, a straight line. At 18, 272. Right? Like this we join. Then the last, the graph is parabolic. t square and x raised to 1, t square, and it is minus 6. So it has to be downward opening parabola. Downward opening parabola from 20 it goes to 296. So this is 296. Of course the graph is not to the scale. The graph has to be a downward opening parabola because minus 6 t square. Coefficient of t square is negative. So I want to join this 20 and this 26, these 2 points. So I can join like this, but then this will be an upward opening parabola. I want downward opening parabola. I should go like this. If I go like this, then it becomes a downward opening parabola. So this is the graph of x versus t. Curves you need to take care properly. Which type of curve you have to draw? Convex curve or concave curve? This is concave and this is convex. So because acceleration is positive, concave upwards, convex downward. Because here in the last one it is downward opening, so convex upwards, concave downwards. All those things you have to keep in mind. Please pause and copy, children.